Uh, not,
Welcome to Models Talk. Let's talk about it.
Yes, yes, yes. Look who's here, the youngster, the one and only wonderful entrepreneur, Mr. Jalen. Hey, Jalen.
how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you, handsome?
I'm doing fantastic.
No, I know you are Mr. Entrepreneur of everything.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You have your own talk show. Talk to me about your talk show.
Well, I guess to start off, my name is Jalen Aliyu of Jalen Says. That's it right there. Um, I I had my show up for around 4 years now. Right now, just a little bit of caution. I am taking a break because of school. I am in the IB program at my school, which is a lot on its own, but I'm also in a fine arts, which I guess we're gonna get into a little bit later. So
Yes.
there's a lot of stuff that's really taking up my time right now. But about my show, I interview people every week, Thursdays, 6 to 7. Then I'm pretty sure when I moved over to Macon 2 years ago, it went from 7 to 8. But
Mm-hmm.
really, it was I talked about upcoming entrepreneurs, upcoming people doing their thing in the industry, and I was just trying to either spread the word of what they are doing or just hearing some side of their life that they didn't tell people before.
Right. Right. So, how did you get involved in all? Wait a minute now. I have watched you grow up through the ranks, okay, and doing your thing. And you and your mom, Miss Cat Coles. I love your mama. She is your biggest fan. There she
Uh,
is. She is an awesome woman, and she loves her some you, baby. Loves that baby. Are you an only child, Jalen?
uh, I'm an only child on my mom's side. On my dad's side, I have two older brothers who
Mm-hmm.
are really supportive. One of my brothers, I always see him when it's a play or anything like that. I could see him in the stands with his children. So,
Well,
it's
how does that make you feel?
my family makes me feel incredible. Uh, I feel like the people around me are the people I really just like seeing me do what I do because they're the people that I also want to see happy themselves. So
Right.
even though I do get a real, kick and I really get real giddy when I see a lot of people saying, "Hey, this is awesome. It's a highlight of my week. I like seeing it." It's just really something when I see people that's around me, people that I see in my day-to-day lives enjoy it because most of the times they're the people who's going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's having family support is tremendous. It just is tremendous, and to have good, solid people in your corner, it makes all the difference in the world. And that's what I've been finding out. You've been doing it longer than I have, and I've been only doing this for a year and a half. And I I have to give shout out to Lewis Jones, who is my promoter, my director, my mentor, and has been in my corner 100% because my family didn't believe in what I do as a model. Because we don't get paid in the industry the way we're supposed to be paid in the industry and of our true value. They saw it as a high price hobby,
Mm.
that I'm constantly putting into it and running around and getting things done and doing shows and selling tickets and what have you. But it wasn't paying the bills. It wasn't putting gas back in my car. And it wasn't helping me buy wardrobe and buy hair and makeup and things like that. So they saw it as a high price hobby. But Lewis Jones jumped on my bandwagon and started a whole new train for me. Let me just say that. And so I've been fortunate enough to have him in my corner, and promoting me with Models Talk. And it's just been fabulous meeting everybody in the industry and meeting people like you and watching you grow up in the fashion world has been just phenomenal for me. And to see what you have grown into and what you're growing forward, doing. You're acting as well. Am I not correct?
Yes, I am an actor. I've acted in a couple short films. That's one right there. That is Lumps, which is a coming of age story. It was about a young child making his way through high school. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people say I look older, so I was able to play a high school person when I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how old. Like this is a funny thing because as soon as I got the role, my mom said I grew probably like an inch or two. So my body was like, dang, I might be too short for this. I gotta level up. So
Mm-hmm.
that was an awesome experience. Recently, my fine art, which is theater at my school,
Mm-hmm.
I got casted for the lead for the play.
Yay.
Yeah, and that was really exciting. But that's also why we haven't talked about this yet. But that's why I had to put away first off Jalen says and some other things that I was doing
Mm-hmm.
because I did not have time because I had to be at practice for like twice every week. Then it was every day for a
Mm-hmm.
couple. But hey, it paid off. At the competition, I did get an award for it. I got All Star.
Congratulations.
It is,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you. It was a
You're
real accomplishment.
welcome. What does
And
it say?
um, let me read it off again. It says this certificate is awarded to Jalen Aliyu for excellence in achieving and maintaining the requirements set forth by the National Federation of High School Association and the Georgia High School Association All Star Cast.
You are walking black excellence, young man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, you're also very humble, I see.
I mean, I don't really talk about this a lot at my school. I should talk to the administrators and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things because volunteer hours at my school and things like that, and there's a lot of things I could help with the knowledge that I have with the stuff I do. But with my peers and stuff like that, I don't really mention it. Like one classmate of mine just looked up my name for whatever reason, and they're like, "Hey, you were on so and so, so and so," and I was like, "Oh, wow, you found it."
Yeah.
It's just not really about, I guess, bragging. I do want people to see because some people say it really inspires them to do more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here because I like it and I see that other people like it too.
Oh, wow. That's very, very, very nice, Jalen. Very nice. You're a very nice young man. Your mama raised you right, boy. Your mama raised you right, I must say. So tell us about some of your other endeavors. I know that you're doing, the theater for arts, at school. I know you do your talk show and your podcast. And you've been doing that 4 years, correct? About
Yeah.
4.5 years.
Yeah.
And are
Yeah.
you on hiatus now?
Yes. Right now, I am currently on hiatus because of school, the fine arts. I also do boxing, which is really fun. It kind of gets the whole body moving. It's something I want to do for a little bit, and I'm trying to get back into archery and
Mm-hmm.
cycling, which is something I did for a little bit. I did archery just for a tiny bit. I showed
Mm-hmm.
up for a couple practices, and for cycling, I was really doing that during the summer. That
Uh-huh.
was fun part. I'm sure we'll probably get into that later. But right now, there's just a lot of stuff going on, so I can't really focus on that right now because I have to do homework, do assignments, do my piano, do
Mm-hmm.
boxing. So it's just really a lot, but I'm gonna try to get back into it and fit into my schedule because I enjoy doing it. And
Well,
even though I'm doing,
did you ever think you were going to be this well-rounded? I mean, was it in the plans for you from mom, or was this all you?
uh well rounded. I
Yeah, you are.
mean, when I was younger, I didn't really think of it that way because that
Mhm.
was how it was. I was taught to be, respectful to the people who are older than me and just to the ones around me. I was taught to be kind. So it wasn't really something like, oh, I am this and this. Like my mom, uh, she loves me, which is also why she says anything that's under 90 is basically a fail in my house. So I didn't think of me having like all 90s as or 90 plus or whatever as like an achievement. I was like,
Mhm.
well, got to get this 90. It's at an 89 right now. Got to pull that up. Oh my god. So like
Mhm.
it wasn't really something as seeing me as a well-rounded individual. It's just seeing me keeping up what I'm doing and what habits I have in my life and I guess the image of what my life should be.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things you should, I'm sure she sees for you is just happiness. And because you're a very joyful spirit, and I love that about you. You always have been. And I remember meeting you and you were so respectful, and when you walk, young man, you walk. You got that swag, baby. You got that swag in the industry that they're looking for. Is there anybody that you want to walk for that's in your dreams?
Walking for, uh, I mean, to be honest, a lot of big brands look really cool right now, but I
Mm-hmm.
really just like some indie brands that I see around. I really feel like I really like their clothing, and if they did have a walk, I'd really just love to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not, to me, it's not really about what's popular. It's about something I like.
Right.
So like I do like modeling for a lot of popular people and a lot of things, but if I had a like dream walk, it would be for clothing that I would feel comfortable in, or I
Mm-hmm.
would.
Are there any brands that you would like to be promoted in or promoted to?
I seen this new glasses brand, James Orbo, something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of brands on Instagram that I can't really remember at the time right now.
Right. I understand. I do the same thing. I don't
American American Eagle, Polo. Those
know.
are brands I really love wearing. So those two, hey. But
What
that's
about any old houses that would you like to walk for a Yves Saint Laurent, or would you like to walk for a Calvin Klein or
Calvin.
Polo?
Yeah, Calvin Klein. To be honest, I haven't been well versed in a lot of designers recently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of my designers that I've worked for,
Mm-hmm.
like as in famous designers. I haven't really been well versed in them.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. You'll get there.
I'll
You
get there.
you'll get there. I have no doubt about that. What do you There's so many questions running around in my head. You know how this is. You're
Yeah.
on the other side of it now. But you know how it is. Um, what are some of your own personal aspirations that you have for yourself, let's say in 5 years?
Hmm. 5 years, I'll be entering like first year of college. Um, for the next 3 something years, I want to maintain a 4.0 GPA, definitely,
Mhm,
so I could get accepted into a good college. Um, Ivy League seem cool, so that would be awesome. But
mhm,
probably an HBCU, something like that. And after college, I might either do this before or after, depending on how things go in my life.
mhm.
But if I do this before, I'm gonna definitely go to a culinary school because I love
Okay.
cooking. I love food.
Oh my goodness, you're a foodie, aren't you?
I love food. I like it's in my life. It's like family, food, and friends. I don't consider family because like food is just so awesome to me. I don't know why. It's just any yeah, that's me cooking right there. But any type of food, if it smells good, I'm gonna try it. And
Oh
if
wow, you're better than me.
I mean I feel like you have to explore your like taste palette and see what you
Mhm.
like and don't like. Cause I know I do not like avocado, but I might like something completely obscure. So it's just about testing and experimenting and finding out new things. Because mainly when I cook, that's what I do. Like a little bit ago, I made a blackberry mint steak. Blackberry
Mm.
steak. It was really good. I think I had that with some sweet potatoes and some asparagus. That
You
was,
have an adult palate.
I guess, it's like the flip of a coin, to be honest. Like one day I could be
Mhm.
like, I could really do for some steak. The other day I could be like, dang, I really could do for some lobster, Belgian waffles, oysters, and some burgers. It's just whatever feels right at the time.
Well, we have something in common as a food that we both really love: noodles.
Oh yeah, I
We love some noodles.
like there's this place in Atlanta that I really like going to. Funny enough, actually, I haven't got noodles in there in a while because have you heard of something called beef bulgogi?
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like that. I really like that. But the noodles there are awesome. Like they have the right amount of heat to them. Like they have eggs in there, not too
Mm-hmm.
much. Got the seaweed in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just real.
Is it Vietnamese or which beef and gogi? Is it Vietnam? Is it a Vietnamese dish? Because there's one that they do in Hawaii.
I
That do you know the origin?
I looked it up countless times, so I have to. uh, dang, I know it's similar to Korean style barbecue, but I know
Mm-hmm.
it's Korean. You might be right on. You might have hit the nail on the head with Vietnamese though.
I feel like it's Vietnam because when I was in Hawaii and my parents lived in Hawaii, and there's all nationalities there, and so one of the places they took me had that, and my dad got it, and I tried it, and I really enjoyed it. Which was unusual for me because I don't like trying different stuff. I eat what I know. I have a bad stomach, so
Oh,
things will bother my stomach, or even smells will bother my stomach, and get me nauseated. So I don't try a lot of different things, but I want to try stuff. It's just that I'm real leery about trying different things, and I always have been. My mother didn't make me eat vegetables, for instance. No, she didn't. When I was growing up, I was a hamburger helper girl. I was. I was boxed mac and cheese, but I also grew up very independent because I'm an
mm,
only child. And so, I was things that she taught me to cook things that I could cook quickly,
mm,
and didn't have to do a whole lot with. So hamburger helper and mac and cheese were two of my specialties. And I would put all kinds of stuff in the mac and cheese and all kinds of stuff in the hamburger helper to make it different, so I wasn't eating the same thing every week, you know. So do you create dishes?
uh, by create, do you mean like make something entirely new?
Yes.
Then I do not think I have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh! I gotta get into this. I'm getting into this. But
Okay.
before that, you were talking about how like just hamburger helper or the mac and cheese. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I think our younger selves were polar opposite because I was actually allergic to gluten and no, yeah, I was allergic to gluten and corn products like corn
Mm-hmm.
high fructose corn syrup. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that and so I wasn't really able to eat a lot of stuff because a lot of candy has that. Uh, basically every pizza place you go to made with gluten. So I had to find a lot of different ways to eat stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
really, I probably like grew up not because my mom forced me to eat vegetables, but I probably just grew up with like a lot of different things that I had to eat, like plums instead of like candy because I literally couldn't eat candy. So it was like less of like my mom was trying to make me eat vegetables. It's like she couldn't stop me from eating vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
I understand that.
on the topic of making food, my mom made this and uh I might claim it when I get older. I'm gonna say like this really wise person came up to me with this recipe bestowed from the ancient world beyond, something like that. And it's like it's a salad, but it's really good. It's a really nice, like flavorful salad. It's made with smoked salmon, made with this special vinaigrette, and it's special greens. Like she made that, and oh, I gotta talk about this. I was almost gonna forget about this, but she made that. I used that recipe for the auditions in MasterChef Junior. The first time I didn't make it past the first round, but the
Mm-hmm.
second time I didn't even have plates because I didn't know you were supposed to bring plates. So someone else that was like, "Oh, I have plates over here. I'll give that to you." But I made this salad. I got to like the third round, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get turned down or anything. But my grandfather was going through something at the time. He was
Oh.
amputation. So I like my mom was thinking it would be best for me to like be there with him at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
he it went well for him. It went well. It was a clean amputation, stuff like that. But I had to turn on the opportunity because of it. So
Wow. Wow. And how old are you now,
I am 15 now.
baby? Mm-mm-mm. You're just a nice young man. But I tell you, whenever you choose to have your mate, they're going to be very happy with the food you cook.
Oh, that's the goal.
That's the goal. Because women love a man that can cook, sweetie.
I've heard. I've heard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what's the age limit for the Top Chef?
Top Chef or Master Chef Junior or Top Chef?
Master Chef Junior.
For Master Chef Junior, dang, I don't remember on the contract what was the age limit, but I do remember watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I always, side note, I always fell asleep watching like cooking shows. Like
Mm-hmm.
I either turned on like what's it, Chopped,
Mm-hmm.
Chopped, or Master Chef Junior, and I just fell asleep watching it. And I guess all the like knowledge is absorbed into my brain.
So be your brain.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen some people like up to like 16 on there. I'm pretty sure.
Well, maybe you'll have another opportunity.
Hopefully, because I think the age limit might actually be like 17 or like right before you hit 18, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully.
Then you could always go on to Master Chef eventually.
Oh, I mean, that would be awesome.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. Have you ever thought about having a catering business?
No, but I have had the opportunity to work with the catering business, which I do want to do. I've had the opportunity to work with this food restaurant, this Brazilian steakhouse, to be an intern. It's called Fogo de Chao. I love that place. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, okay. So I think I was 12 at the time. So 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
back when I was still in Atlanta. Yeah, so I think it was 3 years ago. I was eating there with my mom, and she was selling I think it was either the head chef or someone really important there.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that, they were like, hey, I hear all the stuff you do. You seem like you'd be a really bright kid to have this opportunity. So hit me back up when you're like 15, when you can get an internship here. And
Wow.
together. So I hit them up during the summer. We weren't kind of able to like get the scheduling quite right with the stuff I was
Mm-hmm.
doing, and with the schedule, the manager had to be there at the time. But hopefully, I will be able to do that either upcoming really soon, like during a next break, something like that, or during next summer, because that is a really awesome opportunity for me. Because
Yeah, especially if you ever decide to go to culinary school.
yes, that would be a great thing to add.
Yeah, that my uncle went to Culinary Wu. Mm-hmm. And he was a chef for many, 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 many years. And he was a chef in Hawaii and chef in Vegas, and he he was just somewhere everywhere. He really enjoyed it, you know. So Le Cordon Bleu was really good for him, and to see brothers doing that thing was, you know, it wasn't normal back then, you know. And so he was one of the few that was back then, and he did his thing, you know, and he did very well with it. So keep that under your belt. Keep that under your belt. I know you also run track. Now, wait a minute. You ride
Oh,
bikes. You're a cyclist. You run?
yes.
Okay.
Well,
How do you
running.
run and eat?
Okay, so for me, actually, for cycling, I could eat
Mm-hmm.
all day. I could get like a large pizza, middle of cycling, no cramps at all. But when it comes to running, if I have an ounce of food like an hour, 2 hours before,
Mm-hmm.
I cramp up immediately. I don't know why, but I used to be in track back in I don't think I was in middle school. So like late elementary type year, like
Mm-hmm.
that was really cool. I was there for like a couple of months or close to a year, something like that. And now I am planning to do track at my high school. So I'm planning to do tryouts and hopefully get added.
Good for you. Yeah. Yes, youngster. That's something else I did that we have in common. Yeah, I ran the 1500 and I ran the 4x4 relay. Yep.
How How was that?
I was because I graduated high school when I was 16, so I was 12 and 13 when and I threw the shot put.
Ooh, how was that? I heard
That
seen
was
that.
that was harder than it looks. It was harder than it looks, but it was fun. It was fun to challenge myself to push the shot, further and further, and always had stiff competition. Also played tennis. I really enjoyed that. I played tennis my freshman year of high school, and I played mixed doubles and I played singles, of course, and I won the championship in singles.
That's
Now,
another thing
I graduated in 81, dear.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know it.
Yes, sir. I'm 60. Yeah. I just turned 60 in October.
Wow.
Sure
Well,
did.
happy belated birthday. That's
No,
awesome.
thank you. Thank you
I
so
would
much.
have known
And
that
I'm
at all.
still walking. Trying to give you youngsters run for your money.
All right. Well, that's actually another thing we have in common because I did a little bit of tennis too.
Mm-hmm.
I basically every sport almost, like I played flag football, I played soccer at one point. I played
Mm-hmm.
the only sport I have not played for a team or anything like that, I'm pretty sure was like baseball,
I played
badminton.
baseball.
Oh,
I played baseball on boys team, and I played softball on girls team in college. I played college softball.
that's awesome.
Thank you. What else haven't you done?
Haven't I done in sports or just in life?
Um, in life that you would like to do?
One thing I haven't done in life is uh fly out the country. I really want to go to Japan. There's a lot of good food there, a lot of affordable good food, so I could probably like spend $10, make it last a whole day, be fully in time. So that would be awesome. I want to, because on the topic of cycling, I want to do like at least a 50-mile and a 100-mile ride, because that seems like that would be really awesome.
Mhm.
I don't know, a chess tournament, because I do chess a lot. I part
Oh,
of
I
the
play chess.
chess and community. It's a group I'm part of. It's for the community. I'm not sure if you guys have that photo, but I recently did an interview for the Macon Medley, which
Hmm.
is Macon local newspaper with chess and community, and I've been a part of that group for I guess 2 years now. 1 year,
Oh,
one. Yeah, and it's basically a group that's bringing like kids together to guide them on their next step, not just in chess but in life, to make them think a couple steps forward so they know what they're doing. And it's
wonderful.
a thing that I just love because we did to rallies, we went to um, tournaments. I got second. Our team got second place in a tournament. I I'm not gonna lie. I kind of it was kind of on me that we got second place. If I didn't do that one move, we probably could have a chance to win.
That's
But
okay, baby.
that was still pretty awesome, man. Next time I'm going for that first place, so you can count on that. And
We'll
yeah,
have you back then.
yes, yes. And one other thing I want to do is like, I guess like star in a movie that's or star in a TV show or a movie that's on like something like Netflix.
That's
Cause
what I was going to ask you. Netflix or HBO or Cinemax or Stars,
yeah,
Disney
I'm
Channel.
Disney Channel. Yeah, I mean it because like that just is awesome, and it's also something that you could tell other people, like inspire other people with.
Hmm.
Because again, it's not really about bragging to me. Because like, how do I put this in the right way? Because I was gonna say because I don't care, but I do care. I do care that it'd be on that, but it's just like I don't care for the bragging rights. I don't care to say like I'm above anyone else. Because like I feel like we're not, and no one's really above anyone because anyone can do anything the other person can do. It's just
Hmm.
the doing it and how much time it'll take. Because for someone, getting on Disney Channel might be their first thing they ever did. For
Hmm.
someone else, it might be their 50th thing they ever did.
Right.
But the thing is that you both did it. You both were able to accomplish that, and you both were able to make that dream. So it's just about inspiration for me, because if I could do it, you could do it. And if you could do it, they can do it. And if they can do it, well, everyone can do it. And it's not like a thing like, oh, you could do that, I could do that, anyone could do that. Like, anyone could reach their dreams if they try hard enough.
Absolutely. Now, in the 5-year realm that we're speaking in, and we're looking 5 years ahead in your first year of college, is there any college that you want to go to in particular?
I used to say a lot Caltech, but
Mm-hmm.
I do not know, because like my eyes are kind of opened up a little bit to
Mm-hmm.
all their opportunities and a lot of other things I like. Because I used to be really into like science and technology. I'm still very much into technology. I want to learn how to code and stuff like that. But now I'm getting much more into the arts, music, acting, things like that. Um, Speaking on music, I'm not sure if y'all could see. Well, not with this type of camera frame, but my piano's right behind me. Oh,
Okay.
you can kind of see the stand, but my piano's right behind me, and my coach has me in something called guild. And basically, if I am in guild for, I forget how many, I'm pretty sure it's 4 years, something like that, I get added to this not newspaper, but basically imagine a phone book for musicians, right?
Oh, okay.
And if you're on this phone book for musicians, you're practically guaranteed to get a musical scholarship in some type of music school.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope to also, not hope, I plan to also complete all those years so I could get into that book. So, hey, I'll have a scholarship for music. Hopefully, I'll have a scholarship for academics. Hopefully, if I do very well in track, I'll have a scholarship for athletics too. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's about opening my ways to see what I could do.
What year are you in school?
I am uh, I'm a freshman right now. First
Mm-hmm.
school.
Well, you know what was very good for my daughter, who was totally into academics. She graduated from Emory with a 3.85 in physics. Okay, she is one of the premier psychologists in the country, and her name is Dr. Lex Brown James, and she's been published everywhere. She's spoken everywhere. She's getting ready to go to Australia this summer. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because what she did was she took college courses during her senior year. Okay, well, her junior year and her senior year, and she went to Georgia State her whole year of her senior year. She only came back to Westlake high school to play volleyball and basketball, and she was a tutor, one of the tutors for Cam Newton. She also was a tutor for a multitude of students during her senior year. She did not go to a high school campus at all. Matter of fact, her and I was in school together at Georgia State, when she went that year. And it just propelled her. So by the time she graduated from high school, she was already a sophomore in college. So that's something you may want to look into if they offer that there.
That would be awesome. That would be.
Mm-hmm. Because she had enough credits to graduate in her junior year, but she didn't graduate. She wanted to graduate with her class. And so she just went to dual enrollment and did the whole year at Georgia State instead of going to high school. So that's something you may want to look into because
Definitely.
it propelled her ahead. She did go to Emory University. Like I said, 3.85 in physics. Went to Widener University down in Philly, and then she went to some other her master's program in Philly. Then she changed over to psychology, and so and took off. They normally say you change your major in college, 3 or 4 times. But after she graduated in physics, she just found that she was really good at listening to people. And
Mm,
she changed and went into psychology. And she is a premier she's a sexologist, actually. That is her specialty, a Black sexologist. And it's something you don't hear about. So she has a niche.
wow,
So what I'm saying to you is you may want to investigate into looking into dual enrollment later on in your junior year. Start looking into dual enrollment so it can propel you ahead.
definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they probably have something like that there. Ask your counselors about it.
Ooh, I think I could be able to, because I don't know if I really delved into this, but like the reason I have a lot of work with school is because
Mm-hmm.
I'm program, which is I'm it's kind of like dual enrollment, but it's not really like dual enrollment because it's not the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives me like some college courses, not like the entirety to I'm pretty sure like do that to go to sophomore year when I first excuse me, when I
Mm-hmm.
first college. But hopefully I'll be able to do something like that because that seems like an awesome opportunity.
It was. It was an offer, and we were very proud of her. I mean, she did get a scholarship to Emory, so it was very helpful. That's how she's a bright kid. No, she's a grown woman now, and she's got 3 children and married and everything. But I mean, she was just a very always academic, but also very athletic. So and always about helping people like you are, and that's you remind me of her, and you're articulate, you're bright, your intellectual levels and skills, you're also look at you ready to play football. I
Actually, I I could have probably tried out for football in Central, but that's actually not for football. That's actually for a commercial I was in, which I'm
oh
pretty. I actually no wait. I'm sorry. I'm kind of getting hyped up, but I was actually at. I'm not sure if you know of this place, but it's called Rigsby's, and it's like a. Uh. Have you heard of Andretti?
I'm sorry.
Have you heard of Andretti, like the arcade, or
Mm-hmm.
it's basically like an Andretti, but with a water park too. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the a really big like amusement park. Well, not amusement park, but a really big arcade in Macon. And I was sitting there on like I think like the day of my birthday or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a day or two or the day of my no, it was the day of my birthday, which makes it even crazier. And I was sitting there getting this arcade pizza, and I looked
Mm-hmm.
at wait a second, that's my ad. So like I was like, Ma, look, it's the ad of that I
How
just
wonderful.
yeah, that was really awesome. I didn't even think of it being my birthday. That's crazy. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that
How
was
wonderful. I bet you that was wonderful to see. I know you were so excited.
yeah, I was like, Ma.
That's the way I was when I first saw myself on a billboard. Yeah, I was on a billboard. I've been on a couple of billboards, and I was speechless. I was like, wow. And what's nice is to be able to share it with your mother and share it with family.
Yeah.
You know, and when she saw me on the billboard, I think that's when she started turning. Remember, I told you my family wasn't really supportive of what I was doing early on in the career and what have you. Well, when they saw me on the billboard, then they really realized this is what she really wants to do. Because I started at 5 when I started modeling.
Wow.
I was 5 years old. So, I started in charm school. That's where you learn how to walk and you learn how to speak and you walk with the book on your head. That back in the day, and things like that. You have good posture and stuff. You learn how to eat properly. Look at your award. What do we have here?
That was the Rice Award.
Rice Award. Tell me about that.
So dang, I don't know the exact name of it. I could go up and try to find it. I mean, not try to find it, but it's where all my trophies are. But dang, that sounds cocky. Never mind. But
That's okay.
it's where
It's
my
okay
trophies
to
are.
step on back sometimes.
I guess so. But yeah. Oh yeah, Rising in Community Excellence. That's what Rice Award stands for. I do not know the exact award I got. It's on my YouTube. I have my whole acceptance speech and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really awesome because like I went up against a lot of people that I saw in the industry, and it was pretty cool because there's a lot of people I knew at the award show, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really big. It was really nice. It was just an awesome
Did
experience.
you get it for community service?
I It might have been for community service. Ooh. I did. I know I did just recently get something for community service, but I think that was more on. Oh wait, was that community service? You might have hit the nail on right again. But either way, I know it was for something I was doing that was beneficial to the ones around me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what really matters.
That is what really matters, and it's not even about the awards and the trophy and the recognition. It's just about simply doing what's right for people, you know? And I think that you're going to put so much positivity out here in this world when you get older. The world's going to be happy to have you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie. What are you, a concert pianist or jazz pianist or
Ooh, I like jazz. I love jazz. I love jazz. But it's really just the music that I listen to that I really like playing because my piano teacher has me play a lot of classicals and a
mhm,
lot of well-known songs like "Joy to the World," "Silent Night," things like that.
mhm.
But I am really just into music I like listening to. So anytime I have the opportunity to print off a music sheet of a song that I listen to, like right now, it's in my backpack. It's in my backpack. But right now, I just printed off a sheet of Silent Night, not Silent Night. I just said that of Fallen Down, which is a song from a video game called Undertale. I really
Mhm.
like the softness to it. I really like the vibe that it has, and I just want to learn it so I could play it whenever I want to. Just want to hear it.
Are you playing just to be playing? Are you playing just to once again part of the roundedness of your pie?
What did start me playing piano?
Mom.
I do not actually think it was my mom. I did get a piano by my I'm pretty sure it was my grandfather who
Mhm.
piano when I was really really young, like so young I didn't remember anything young, but I kept hitting on those keys, and eventually I just got into playing piano, and I really when I first got into it, well, even now, I really enjoyed it, and it was just something that was really awesome learning new stuff, playing the music and going from thinking what is this? What are these notes? To like making melodies, and when you play you actually like what you're listening to. So
What was interesting about my daughter is a twin. She had a twin brother. My son just passed in August, but he was melodic and he was a rapper, but he made beats, and his music went over to Japan. A
wow.
friend of mine, Tim Dickens, produced some of his music over in Japan, which was really nice, you know. And I have my favorite songs of his. Some of them are, a couple of them are my ringtones. One is specifically his ringtone, you know. And so every now and then, just to have the memory of him, I'll play his music, you know. And he brought great joy to his community with his music and stuff. You know, he's very well known here down on the south side of Atlanta, you know. And people loved, he had a big pretty smile like yours, and he had a mischievous little smile too, which I'm
Hmm.
sure you have when you're thinking about stuff.
Maybe. Maybe.
You know. But he got into piano. He played with Ojita Penn, who was the Penn Experience, and he was very big. He's a big jazz musician here in Georgia, well, throughout the world. And he was also one of my mentors. And so Ojita took the time to, you know, teach him some piano. You know, so that's something else that we have in common, the piano, you know, with my family and my son, and you're a young man. How about that?
Oh,
What is
first,
this, Jalen?
uh, well, that is youth entrepreneur nominee, which was really awesome. Heaven help one, help all. Before I get into that, first off, I want to say I am sorry for your loss. I know
Oh,
that's
thank you.
a hard thing to go through. But with this, it was youth entrepreneur honoring, and
Hmm.
about the stuff I was doing well, I that wasn't even long ago, so I can't say was doing, but the stuff I am doing right now, because right now I also have youth says, which is for the youth, the people in around me, my peers, stuff like that. During the summer, I worked with the Tenon Museum to have a couple of the youth I know model on stage, and
Hmm.
I did a show that included the youth, and the main goal with that is just trying to like guy kind of like what I'm doing with Cheston Community, just like try to show other ways that youth can do things in the community. And really, I really just want to grow it to become something that's for the community, community service, all this stuff, because that's what I love, just helping. I don't know why, but I just really love helping. But that was about my Jalen says, modeling, acting, of course, doing all that stuff, and that was a really wonderful opportunity. So first off, thank you, Heaven, for making me an honoree.
Now, do you want to own your own nonprofit?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And what if you could give it a name? What would it be?
Mm.
And what community would you be working with?
First off, while I think of that, what do you mean by like what community would I be working with?
Would it be with children? Would it be with young adults? Would it be with elders or seniors? Uh, all
I
men, all young men.
I feel like it should be like a mixed group of genders around the young adult stage, but it's
Mhm,
gonna be mainly helping not just young adults, but mainly helping like it's gonna be like mainly the volunteer work would be done by young adults or like people around 14 to 21, something like that.
mhm,
But the main thing it would be for would be the elderly and for the young ones, the youth, the ones
mhm,
14, things like that. Because I want to bring a lot of peers together so they could learn and grow from their own experiences, but also help the ones that are younger than them that have to go through that, and help the people who are older than them that have gone through that to
mhm,
get information and knowledge off of them, and just to also show the value of helping people. Because
mhm.
anyway, if I help someone and they start smiling, I start smiling. So,
Right, right.
but oh, for the name, oh, for the name, before I get to that, mm, just to help.
Just to help. I like that. It's simple. It rolls off the tongue. It's something to think about. Yeah, I like that. You should write that down. Just to help. I like that.
I should.
Hmm. For teens who want to be in multiple industries, how would you suggest they could balance it all?
Um, I didn't start off in everything. First off, because I started off first with acting, then I got into modeling, then I got into my talk show. So it's not about jumping to everything at once,
Hmm.
because you could definitely get overwhelmed and you could be like, none of this is meant for me. Because at a time, I kind of felt like this is a lot. Why am I doing this?
Hmm.
Why? And that's because I really wasn't thinking about it, because this is an awesome thing. And you might have a gift with something, but just
Hmm.
because stack a lot of things on top of that gift, or stack that gift with a lot of things, you might feel like, dang, I enjoy this, but I don't think it's meant for me because I'm not growing in it. And you're not gonna grow in everything immediately. You might take a year, you might take 2 years, you might take 4 years, you might take 8 years, you might take a decade. But if you want to manage multiple things, you have to go into it one at a time to see how everything fits in your schedule slowly. Because if you don't, you're probably gonna get stressed about it. I haven't got stressed about it. I live a stress-free life somehow. I don't know how, but I guess because helping people makes me so happy, I forget about worries. But it's just like you have to know what you can do and what you can't do at the time. And once you could figure out that, hey, I got this all under control, I feel like I'm a pro at this, then maybe you should add something else that you also like. And once you feel like those two, you might not be at a pro with both of them, but once you feel like both of those things are merged into your schedule and fit adaptively and you could really work with them, then maybe add something else. And
Hmm.
then that thing's all merged, add something else. Because it's all about balance.
It is about balance. What do you do to decompress?
Game. Right now I haven't got a lot of chance to game. So box and cycle, because I cycled a lot in the summertime. That was really good because like it's the air in your face, it's the wind, it's calming. You, I like working out, so not only is it calming, you also get stronger after doing it, and it's just really wonderful. Piano, sometimes, a lot of times I feel like, dang, I'm really tired after the day, and now I have to practice. Which I love piano, but it's still like the day was so draining.
Hmm.
other times it's just like I could get on the keys and like drift.
Mm-hmm.
Cooking, cooking. I love cooking. Eating.
I was gonna say,
I
what about cooking?
eating. Definitely eating. Oh my god, eating.
Do you cook for your mom or do you just cook for you?
Oh, I cook for my mom. If I cook for me, it's probably not something. It definitely it's not often. I don't. When's the last time I cooked just for me? I don't know. But dang. I don't think I really just cook for just for me. But if I have cooked just for me, it's probably that like we got something, and my mom didn't want it, and she was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, you want to get it? You can get it. Cook with it." But even then, I'm like, "Hey, mom, you got to try this." So it's just
There's a question up from Lewis. Have
oh
you ever been starstruck in Atlanta? And if so, who was it?
oh starstruck. In Atlanta, starstruck in Atlanta, starstruck in Atlanta. Um, Rodney Perry was kind of big for me. Rodney Perry was kind of big for me when I first met him. Um, I don't know. I guess it's just the line of work that I do because I do end up talking to some famous people that I
Mm-hmm.
don't get as starstruck. Now, if it's someone that I would listen to a lot, I probably would get starstruck. But I just with what I do, I have to talk to people. People
Mm-hmm.
might be doing things a lot better than what I'm doing. They might be doing things a lot more efficiently than what I'm doing, and they might be someone that would be a big inspiration to me. But when I start talking to them, I have to start talking to them like they're a person instead of just this figure. So
Mm-hmm.
like I over the years of doing this, dang, that makes me sound seasoned at this over the years of
Well, honey, you are seasoned.
I guess so.
More than a year. So you can say years, and that is being seasoned. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm seasoned. I'm even salty. I've been doing this over 50 years as far as modeling is concerned. So yeah, I'm a seasoned model, and so yeah, when you do something more than 1 year, you just consider yourself seasoned. And it's okay. It is okay.
Yeah,
What
because oh,
what's your ultimate goals and give me some of your final thoughts. I have one more question before that though.
okay. My ultimate goal to make
Hmm.
people happy. But besides that, I want to be able to travel. I just want to be able to live life the way I want to live life. And I want to be able to just like say, hey, why not just go on a road trip right now? Why not
Hmm.
just go do something for a couple weeks, maybe even a month? Why not go to Japan? Why not go to Europe? Why not spend time with my family in a lodge and up north in the winter? Why not just have this big fundraiser? Why not have this big thing for kids? I want to live in a world, well, not a world, but I want to live my life. Why not? And I want
Hmm.
a place where I could safely say, why not, without making a decision that would affect me, like I guess financially negatively.
Okay. And that's okay. Okay. What are your final thoughts? What do you have to offer these young people out here, or people in general, as far as your final thoughts in being in the industry?
Final thoughts. If I could do it, you can do it because I first started off. I heard my mom over talking about this mattress commercial that I could have been a part of. And I was like, I started crying. And I don't cry. I didn't cry a lot. I don't cry a lot. So my mom was like, dang, you must really be serious about this. So she got me in the first thing, which was background work for First Man. And the ball's just been rolling. And sometimes the ball might feel like it's stopping. Sometimes the ball might feel like it's going backwards.
Hmm.
And it might feel like it's just zooming. Then it just stops. And you're wondering why. My final thought is just keep pushing, because if you know it's something that you love and you know it's something that you enjoy and something you're passionate with, and you know also that it's going to pay the bills, then you should put a lot of time into it. Because hey, if you get to the point where you're paying your bills already really fine, do something that might not pay the bills that's really enjoyable. But if you know it's going to really support you with your entire life and have you there when your back is against the wall and have you there when you're feeling down, then do it, because who's stopping you? And the people who are trying to stop you they might not be the best people, but that's not the point of this right now. But the thing is, why let yourself stop you?
Exactly. Exactly. You have a very, very old soul, son. You really do. And you make us proud. And I am proud to know you and have taken this time to interview with you. Thank you so much for coming on Models Talk. You've been a splendor and a joy. I appreciate you so much. And I want to see you prosper so just so much. I just know you're going to be out there and I am going to be watching you. You know, you're going to prosper so much, Jalen. You have so many adventures that are awaiting you. Your path is full, my brother. Your path is full, baby. It really is. And I see it for you. And so does a lot of people. Believe me, a lot of people are watching.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. This is your girl, Zahara Gihana, saying yes, yes, yes. We truly. Hello, everyone. This is Zahara Gihana from Models Talk. As the holiday season approach, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our participants and fans for their unwavering support. Wishing everyone safe travels and happy holidays from my family to yours. This is your girl, Zahara Gihana. Bye-bye.